The man bought a 2 million yuan accident insurance for his wife. He calculated everything. He hired a killer to fake a perfect alibi. He will remotely command a murder. To remotely direct a murder. But he didn't know that. On a wedding gift register, a corner that he tore off with his own hands will become the only and most deadly variable. On October 26, 2000 in Shanfeng County, the police received a call from a man. His name was Liang Jun, claiming that his house had been burgled. At first, it was considered an ordinary burglary. Until the investigators opened the bedroom closet, a female corpse was displayed prominently. The deceased was Heng Hui, Liang Jun's wife. Liang Jun showed great grief. He told the police he went to Enchi for medical treatment the day before and came home this morning to see this tragic scene. The scene investigation was quickly launched. The murderer seemed to try to, as an indoor robbery. The room where the murder was committed was ransacked. But the professional intuition of the criminal quickly discovered something was wrong. First, the floor of the scene had been carefully wiped. A murderer after passion killing would only want to escape quickly. It's impossible to clean up the scene calmly. Second, there was no loss of property in the house, which is completely inconsistent with the logic of burglary. The conclusion is that the scene was fake. The police inferred that the murderer entered peacefully. The doors and windows were intact, and there were no climbing marks on the outer wall. The computer in the deceased's home and a TV drama was on pause. This shows that when Heng Hui was relaxing at home, heard a knock on the door, and calmly pressed the pause button to open the door, the visitor must be someone he knew and trusted. However, the surveillance at the gate of the community has made the case deadlocked. The old community has only one entrance and exit surrounded by high walls. The police checked all the surveillance videos that night, except for the residents of the outsiders who came in and out. Were all the elderly, weak, women and children. The murderer seemed to have disappeared. Could he be invisible? The experienced old criminal police made a bold assumption. There was a blind spot in the surveillance. After on-site experiments, the police confirmed that by walking close to one sidewall, one can perfectly avoid being captured by the camera. The murderer knew the environment here well. He was a well-planned acquaintance. The investigation began to focus on the victim's social relations. Heng Hui was a local famous singer. She was sincere and had few enemies. The possibility of financial and revenge killing was ruled out. Just then, Heng Hui's mother provided a key clue. Liang Jun had bought an astonishing personal accident insurance, and the beneficiary was only Liang Jun. The motive for killing his wife to claim insurance emerged, but Liang Jun's explanation was flawless. It was just to help his classmate sell insurance. His classmate also came forward to confirm this. More importantly, Liang Jun had a perfect alibi. The autopsy report showed that Heng Hui died around 10 o'clock that night. And the public surveillance in Enchi City clearly recorded Liang Jun was walking on the street at the same time, and didn't return to the hotel until 10:30. He had no time to commit the crime. All clues pointed to Liang Jun, but he solved them perfectly. He had a good relationship with his wife, and even his mother-in-law praised him, and firmly believed that he was not the murderer. The investigation seemed to have reached a dead end. The task force could only pin their last hope on the only physical evidence left at the scene, an extremely hidden and incomplete shoe print. After technical restoration, which was size 36, which is usually a women's size, the investigation direction suddenly turned 180 degrees. The police's attention fell on Yang Fan, Liang Jun's ex-wife. She also wore size 36 shoes, and still had deep feelings for Liang Jun, hate out of love. It seemed to be a reasonable motive, but the investigation results showed that on the night of the crime, Yang Fang played mahjong with 3 friends all night. She also had a perfect alibi. The case was once again at a deadlock. The task force had to. They invited the top footprint examination expert in China. Meng Haoping took action. He found the details that everyone had overlooked. He concluded that it was a fake footprint of a big foot in a small shoe. The forefoot and heel of the shoe print were heavily stressed, while the arch was empty. Based on the pressure distribution model, the expert accurately depicted the suspect's physical features. He was about 1.7 meters tall, a middle-aged man wearing size 40 shoes. The investigation direction turned to men again, but the scope was too large, which was like looking for a needle in a haystack. The police decided to re-examine all social relationships of the couple. Someone suggested that the wedding guest book, which recorded the most complete list of acquaintances. However, when the police got this key evidence, they felt a chill again. A corner of a page in the register was torn off. Based on the format of the previous page, the torn part happened to record 6 names. Guilty conscience and cover up. The person who tore off the names was almost self-exposed by comparing the draft invitation list before the wedding The police finally restored these 6 names. 5 of them had been ruled out and cleared of suspicion. Only a man named Lu Hushin never appeared in the police's investigation. Strangely, Liang Jun and the parents of the deceased both said they didn't know him. A guest who gave a gift. But the host didn't know him. This is the biggest suspicion itself. What's more strange is that there is no such person in the household registration system. A police officer had an idea, used homophonic characters for a fuzzy search. A man named Lu Fushin popped up. His physical features matched the portrait of the footprint expert. He was a martial arts performer, and he was skilled. With strong evidence from the expert, the police decisively controlled Lu Fushin. During the interrogation, a word from Lu Fushin revealed the truth. He asked the criminal police if a knife hurt someone. Is the knife's crime heavier, or the person who holds the knife? He is the knife. Who is the one holding the knife? The police followed Lu Fushin's clues to investigate. A shocking secret emerged. 3 years ago, Liang Jun and Lu Fushin worked in the same tourist attraction. They had a close relationship. Liang Jun lied from start to finish. The police investigated the insurance records again. They found Liang Jun had insured his wife through 3 different. He also insured his wife through 3 different insurers. Secretly insured 3 other accident insurances for his wife with a total compensation of $2 million. The truth was revealed. Liang Jun, who loved his wife in the eyes of outsiders, was the source of all evil. To defraud huge insurance money, he planned carefully. He played a model husband for a whole year. During this period, he created 5 accidents to let his wife die a reasonable death. But all failed. Eventually, he lost patience and decided to hire a murderer. He had calculated everything. He went to Enshi 100 kilometers away under the pretext of to create a perfect alibi. But Lu Fushin used the blind spot of the camera to sneak in, and even designed the action of his wife lowering her head to create the best attack opportunity for the murderer. He thought he was flawless, but he was ultimately defeated by his own guilt. The torn corner is the evidence that he cannot erase.